What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Suzuki Dual Sport build. In previous episodes I got the rear swing arm and shock mounted along with the front forks and triple trees. Right up here will be a link to a playlist that'll get you all caught up. Alright, so coming back here to the rear of the bike, I'm going to start addressing the rear brake. So this originally had mechanical drum brakes and now we have hydraulic disc brakes. So I have this master cylinder and reservoir set up, and I need to mount this somewhere in this area here. I'm going to try to keep the original foot brake lever, and there's going to be some tricky stuff going on down in here to make this work in here. Alright, so this is the part that the brake lever connects to. I need to connect my master cylinder to this part, but I need to bend this. This needs to clear the frame and the swing arm. So I'm going to try to bend this a little bit. I don't want it to bend right in here because it's got to seat up against the frame there. So hopefully this will hold that from bending down in here too far. I drilled this hole out. I made a pin so that this will all go together. Maybe like, there we go. Got this little washer and then a split pin. That should hold this all together. Got the lever hooked up. Just need to make a bracket here now to mount this to the frame. So let's do that now. Alright, so for the rear master cylinder, this needs a return spring. The bike I took this off of had a return spring on it. Actually, the fastest, quickest, and easiest way I could think to do this is I found this spring here, and this slips right over that little boot. And I think I can get away with this. Yeah, we'll see how this does. Maybe put a little washer in here. Alright, so I was digging through the drawers and I found this little part. This fits up in the spring nicely there. I do believe that's good. I think I'm going to go with that. Just in case you were wondering, I still can't get wrenches on this to tighten and adjust this. Yeah, I think that's going to work just fine. Huh. Who knew? So the next thing I got to do here is the rear brake light switch. Just going to change the angle of this tab here. So I'm going to cut this tab off. I'm going to weld it in a different spot, and I should be able to use the same place, which will save me a lot of time. Alright, so there's the brake light switch. Yeah, that works just fine. Cool, that saved me a bunch of screwing around. Alright, so the next thing I want to tackle here, because I'd really like to be able to take it off this jack, I'm going to do the kickstand. put this one side exhaust on and kind of look and see what I got to do to extend this kickstand. Alright, so here's my kickstand. I cut this open to expose the 40-year-old air inside here, and I've got this piece of stainless, so I need to turn this down and make a piece to extend this. Alright, so here's the kickstand. I ended up having to extend the little peg off of there, and I extended the little spring perch, moved it down about a ½ inch. Geez, if I'd have known I was going to do all this, I'd have just completely rebuilt it. Alright, sitting on the kickstand. I think that's going to be about the right length. Alright, so I just hanging the exhaust on here, and I already see there is some more issues that I have to overcome. And there's this bracket here. It's got to go behind here, and it's interfering with the swing arm. So, got to figure that one out too. It's turned out to be quite a bit easier than I was expecting. There's this little bracket in here. It goes on the exhaust right there. I just flipped it over, and everything seems to clear. That nut right there is a little close, but it does clear. So yeah, I love it when a plan comes together. And yes, whenever you do stuff like this, it is a domino effect. So by moving the exhaust out to clear the swing arm, now the brake's hitting it. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Alright, so the next thing I want to work on here is get this headlight mounted. I need to get all this wiring stuffed in there and start getting the front of this thing squared away. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so the original Suzuki motorcycle had these mounts. They hold the turn signals and the headlight, and they slipped over the forks. The Yamaha forks, they're quite a bit wider than these. So my plan here is to salvage this part and rebuild this part with tubes that'll fit over the fork legs of the Yamaha forks. Alright, so because this fork leg tapers right here, I had to flare the bottom of the tube here, Probably can't tell. Those will slip on there like that. And get the, that'll give me a place to mount the headlight and the turn signals. And keep these from rattling around here, I want to put a couple O-rings on. Alright, got all that on there. Now it's starting to take shape. Don't look so much like a dirt bike anymore. Now it's starting to look more like a road bike. Some turn signals and a headlight bucket. Yeah, this project's moving right along here. Oh, what else I got left to do? I gotta fix that wiring that I cut. I need to make a battery box. The battery's not gonna fit where I was thinking it was going to fit. It's probably going to go on one side, maybe probably the other side. I'm probably going to maybe stick it right here. I got to do tail lights and turn signals. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about a brake light. I'm wondering if I can't like integrate the brake light into the turn signals with red lenses. I'm gonna have to look around and see what kind of parts are available, what I can do about that. Although my mind's probably going to change. So that's it so far. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Progress, yeah, it's being made. It's coming along pretty good. I also got this little bike came in for some service, so if you guys want to stay tuned for that, please subscribe. Ring the bell, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.